Hi, this is Cindy Murray from Crafty Neighbor, and I wanted to do a little flip through of my One Little Word album that I've started working on. This album is a Oh Snap album from Simple Stories, and I haven't decorated it or anything like that yet. I'll probably put one little word there, or maybe my word of the year for this year, um, in there. So I'll just start right here. I haven't decorated the inside right there yet either, but I started out from the video from Allie Edwards. She had done something similar with her kit. I chose not to purchase the kit and just use some supplies that I had. So I found some little stickers that I had. I think these came from a Tim Holtz set of lettering, and this is part of the Simple Stories Oh Snap, one of the packets that I had bought to do this with. So I just made this nice little tag, and kind of as my intro page. And then I found the Chinese lettering for simplicity, which is my word of the year. And I practiced my calligraphy until I approximated this. It's not perfect, but that's part of one of my lessons for this year that goes with my simplicity, is to let go of the perfection and let it be enough. So I practiced it until it was close enough, and I'll take that. And then I also had this little "Keep Life Simple" quote there that also came out of that Tim Holtz packet of phrases. And this is more of the this little thing came out of the Simple Stories thing. And I thought it was really neat because it has all of these little I am all of these things. And so I don't know if you can see what those look like. They're like little rhinestones, little black rhinestones. And so I put them by some of the words that I thought summed up who I am. So I'm generous. I am success. That's kind of something I'm hoping for. I am amazing. That's something I need to keep telling myself often. I am adored. I am grateful always. I'm part of something. And I am simply me, because simplify is my word of the year. And then I am ready. So I wanted to begin. And so this is more like an intro to the book for just to kind of get me in the mood to get started. And as I said, it's kind of mimicking some of the things that Allie Edwards did in hers. She also found a quote that she liked, and I had found this quote by Sri Chinmoy. I'm not sure I'm saying that right. And it reads, "A simple man will have only what he needs, and he will know the difference between what he needs and what he wants. We feel that whatever we want, we desperately need. But before we possess the world, to our wide surprise, we see that the world has already possessed us." And I think that's an important thing for me to bring into my word this year, in trying to simplify my life, really focusing on keeping what I really need and learning what I just want, and focusing on what is enough. And so then we had Allie's kit had some little dividers, and I didn't have any dividers, but I had some transparencies, and I used her digital download kit to print out this little January card. And after I printed it out and cut it out, I realized it wasn't the right size. My book has only 2 binder rings in it, and they're pretty far spaced apart. And hers has a 6, 3, and 3. And so her cards were able to punch into those rings, but mine did not. And I didn't realize that till after I cut it. So I devised a way to put it in here anyway. And so I combined the divider along with the January card, and they're both, you can see they're both transparency. And I just used a little bit of washi tape to decorate it very simply. This is some sparkly washi tape that I used because after I cut out my transparency, I realized that I didn't cut it wide enough. I only cut it to right here. And so I had to go find some, this is the binding from another page protector that I had cut off of something and used the page protector for something else, and I just happened to have this, so I used the I used some tear tape and put it on here and then covered it up with the washi. So it's kind of a stuck together job. And then I used my Tim Holtz tiny attacher to attach the January on here. And I will probably go through and put a little tab on here also to separate the month so that it'll, each month and each lesson will have its own little divider there. And so I started working on the cards. As I said, I used the digital downloads and just printed them out on cardstock and cut them out. And this little album came with these page protectors in an assortment. So I used the 4-up card holder to do these, and I put my word, and these are some of the things that she had us do for this month. My reason why: I'm constantly overwhelmed by all the things I must do, by the clutter in my house and the chaos that fills my life. I want to eliminate the things I don't want to do and simplify the things I must do so I have fewer demands on my time, energy, and spirit. And then I found another quote to put in here because she wanted us to put a quote here or use the card with the quote. And so I found this quote by Henry David Thoreau: "Our life is frittered away by detail. Simplify, simplify." And I think that sums up the reason why I want to do this. Everything is getting frittered away by all these cluttery little details. So so that's what I did there. And then I used the other cards to define my word, simplify. And I talked about the things I'm letting go, like impulsive behaviors, cutting down on what I call time sucks, like playing on Facebook or Pinterest. Letting go of the guilt about what I should do or have, and letting go of perfection and let simple be enough. And I'd like to invite into my life some simplified workflows and routines, a clean and organized home, healthy habits, which would include sleep, meals, and exercise. And I want to invite peace, spirituality, and decompression. And I want a further exploration of what I really want out of my life. So I think all those things are also going towards simplification of the things that I want and need in my life. And I wrote a little note to myself, and it says, "Cindy, don't let your impulses win. Don't lose sight of your goals. You can do this if you stick to the plan. Think about how good you will feel when you craft the life you really want. You can do this. Don't give in. Don't give up." And that's all I've done so far in my one little word. That is part of the January assignment. I started late, as I mentioned earlier in the blog, because I was working on other things, and then my friend Susan actually gave me the class as a gift, and I've really enjoyed working on it. I've done a word of the year every year for many years, but this is the first year I've done Allie Edwards' class, and I'm really anxious to work on this and to share with you some of the things that I do in my book. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed my flip through of my one little word to date, and I hope you'll come back again tomorrow to see what I have tomorrow. Bye-bye.